My name is Jessica Hula-Fredericks and my husband is Chris Fredericks, and we're the owners of Dairy LLC here in Little Falls, New York. When we were thinking about a name, we're like, well, why don't we call it Inside Dairy? Because that's what, everyone fed us their insight, quote unquote, is how they got started. So that's how it came about. Here at Insight, we're all about efficiency. That's our main word around here. We were milking 550 cows in a double six herringbone parlor 3 times a day. And we got to the point where we couldn't even get everybody through. And so we decided that we needed to invest in a new parlor. We had both said from the beginning that we would always build a rotary because you can control the speed of the milking routine. And we did a lot of touring other farms, seeing different facilities, and we felt as though Dairymaster is very simple. The installation really sold us. When the guys showed up here, we had the concrete ring poured, and within, I think it was 9 days, everything was up. And on day 11, we turned it. So it was very quick. We said July 27th was going to be our start date. We hit July 27th. The first milking also, they were a little nervous when they would get to the platform and it would be moving, getting them on. But then by the third milking, everything flowed. Cows let down, no problems. You really didn't even have to push cows in. I noticed when they come on and once they get their grain, you can kind of just see them settle backwards, like leaning onto the rump rail, like they're just content now. So when we first started feeding, it was more just kind of a treat to entice cows to come on. But right now we're working with our nutritionist to start feeding for fat-corrected milk. So we're going to try to dial in a little more. Right now we're averaging 94 pounds a cow. We were about 83 when we came into this parlor. Cows definitely milk out better, I would say. We've also noticed there's no slippage, there's no squawking. It's a good milk out. We run a pretty low somatic cell count. We'll range anywhere from 90 to 120, and 120 is very high for us. Having the crowd gate pushed forward is very helpful. It's a very nice gate because it's quiet. The bell rings, so it's neat to see the cows have learned, adapted to that, so they'll start moving. The sort gate, we'll sort them for preg checking cows on a Monday. Tuesday, we sort for dry offs. Thursday, we'll do some sorting for breeding, and Friday, we vaccinate in the rails. So it's really, really simple. And then even Tuesday, we hoof trim, so we sort cows off for that. So. It's definitely a nice feature. We look at Moo Monitor as a whole nother set of eyes out there. Instead of having to hire another person basically out there to help with heat detection, the alerts come into our cell phones, is very handy. So it's pretty neat to be able to pull up an individual cow and her graph and see when she was peaking at a heat, even just to see her resting time changing and her feeding, rumination. But it does help you catch things a little bit sooner because it's like, oh, this cow, 3588 needs to be checked right now. There's something off. And just having everything in the palm of your hand is really nice. And not having to run back to the barn to check the computer to see when she was fresh, how many days of milk she is, just when her last heat was, because it's all just right there. My generation is technology, and the technology that is here with Dairymaster, it's top of the line. And it can all be in the palm of your hand. That's the neat part about it.